So here we are on the very swank Upper East Side of Manhattan, right outside the ASPCA. This is actually where Roxy came from. She's inside right now taking a nap. So we're going to take a tour of this facility and see what it's like to operate one of the biggest shelters in the Big Apple. Allison Cardona, you're a senior manager here at the ASPCA. This is a very unique shelter. I actually thought ASPCAs were all over the country.
Well, it's great that you bring that up, and a lot of people have that misconception, but we're actually just based here in New York City, and we have one shelter that we run. What we do is we provide guidance and support to shelters across the nation.
So the SPCAs minus the A's.
Right, exactly. Or any rescue group, any shelter group that comes to us and needs support, guidance, grants, we're here for them.
This is a pretty incredible cat room, I have to say. They're not in cages. They have toys, blankets. They can play.
We're thrilled with this renovation. We just completed it this year, and there's no more cages. You won't see a single bar anywhere throughout the shelter. The cats can roam in these rooms, and it's much like what it'll be like in their new homes. Right. And the dogs as well. You'll see that they're little condo rooms, and some of them, I have to tell you, are probably bigger than my first New York City apartment.
In New York City, this is bigger than most people's apartment.
Yeah, pretty much. So it's very exciting. And I think the cats and the dogs are a lot happier, and people who are coming in are a lot happier, too.
Would you say you adopt out 80% of the animals that come in? Or?
Oh, they stay here until they get adopted. So it's great. Even if it takes a couple years, they stay here with us.
Oh, that's terrific. Yeah. What are some of the challenges that you as a shelter face in a city like New York?
Well, I definitely think there's the misconception that if you live in a small apartment, you need a small dog. And we find a lot of the times that that's just not true. Like, you can get a small dog like a Jack Russell Terrier. Mm-hmm. That thing will bounce all over your walls, run circles around. It needs a lot of energy. So actually, sometimes a bigger dog might be a better option.
There's such great dog runs, dog parks.
Yeah,
it seems like a pretty pet-friendly town in that respect.
Oh, definitely. I think people love their animals, but it's just hard. It's a challenge when it's hard to get housing, period, let alone pet-friendly housing.
How many pets do you have?
I have 3, which is good. I have 2 cats and a dog.
You probably can't resist. They're all so cute.
I know,
right?
I know. You have to set your limits, though, and that's it. That's it for me. Right. So this is our dog area, which we are just thrilled about. You won't look at these guys.
This is incredible. You only take animals if you have room.
Right, exactly. We're what's called a closed admission, meaning if we have space and the animal's right for our shelter, we're able to take them in. Otherwise, we have to refer people to other rescue groups or ask them to wait until we have room.
And for example, the New York City shelter has to have a completely different policy.
Right. Animal Care and Control has the city contract, and unfortunately, they have to take in every animal. And they're taking something like 150 cats and dogs a day.
A day?
In New York City. It ends up being like over 40,000 a year.
So again, we say this over and over on PetStyle.com. You've got to spay and neuter your animals.
Spay and neuter. That's our huge message all the time.
Absolutely.
We have this wonderful photographer, Jeff Tishman, who took these pictures of adopters with their ASPCA animals. Oh. And it was this project we did over a couple of months, and the reaction's been fantastic. And it's nice for people to come in and see, happy adopters and want the same thing for themselves.
How many animals do you have here at any given time?
We have capacity for up to 300 animals at any one time. It's mostly cats, mostly about 200 cats to 100 dogs, but we're usually at capacity.
At capacity. Yeah. Do you have a vet on staff?
We have, for our adoptions department, we have 3 veterinarians on staff and 5 medical assistants, vet assistants that help them out.
And you screen the people carefully?
Yep, we have an adoption application. We kind of think of it more as a conversation, like a survey, trying to match lifestyles so that we get a lifelong match together.
To find out what their pet style is.
Yeah, exactly.
What is your pet style?
I would probably say, we have different categories. I'm probably a go-getter, I would say. I like to be active and be outside, and my dog is right there with me, so it's good.